Good to see. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
What? Oh, goodbye.
May your neck take a look.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream. Let's see. It's still there, Dragon Bridge. It's been there for more than a day. You are going to leave?
Thank you again for resolving my...
So you're an alchemist then? Now, you let me know if you need a cure.
Yo, Bjorn, welcome back to my stream. Glad to see you around. Tonight we're going for the quest with the Dark Brotherhood.
May your weapons be sharp, looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
So right now we're trading. Nothing unusual about that. It's all the same. Got a bunch of overly priced items and we need to sell them all. If we're able, of course. Jamie should have solved these. Alright. Thanks, Gordon.
Until next time.
Everyone's been talking about you. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Everybody has been talking about me. A bit of this and a bit of that.
Come back whenever you need something.
Well, that went better than expected. There's not much sense in trading with Clapper. 100 pieces of gold. We're not in such a need for unload. Or maybe we are, but he needs to be having more gold. What else do we have here? The Ransom of Zarek. This is part 1. Famous stories. This is part 6. So far we have volume 1 and part 6. The Great War, a concise account of the Great War between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion by Legate Justianus Quintius. Author's note: much of what is written in this book is pieced together from documents captured from the enemy during the war, interrogation of prisoners, and eyewitness accounts from surviving soldiers and imperial officers. I myself commanded the 10th Legion in Hammerfell and Cyrodiil until I was wounded in 175 during the assault on the imperial city. That said, full truth of some events may never be known. I have done my best to fill in the gaps with educated conjectures based on my experience, as well as my hard-earned knowledge of the enemy. The rise of the Thalmor. Although it is not well known, Somerset Isle suffers from the Oblivion crisis as much as Cyrodiil did. The elves made war upon the Oblivion invaders, occasionally even crossing in order to close down Oblivion gates. As a nation, they had more successes than Cyrodiil did, although the limitless Daedric hordes made the outcome a foregone conclusion. The Thalmor had always been a powerful faction within Somerset Isle, but had also always been a minority voice. During the crisis, the Crystal Tower was forced to give the Thalmor greater power and authority. Their efforts almost certainly saved Somerset Isle from being overrun. They capitalized on their success to seize total control in 4th Era 22. They renamed the nation Alinor, which harkens back to an earlier age before the ascendancy of man. Most people outside of the Aldmeri Dominion still call it Somerset Isle, either out of peevishness or ignorance. In 4th Era 29, the government of Valenwood was overthrown by Thalmor collaborators and a union with Alinor proclaimed. It appears that Thalmor agents had formed close ties to certain Bosmer faction even before the Oblivion crisis. The Empire and its Bosmer allies, caught completely off guard, were quickly defeated by the much better prepared Altmer forces that invaded Valenwood on the heels of the coup. Thus was the Aldmeri Dominion reborn. Shortly afterward, the Aldmeri Dominion severed all contact with the Empire. For 70 years they were silent. Most scholars believe there was some sort of internal strife in Alinor, but very little is known of the factional struggles that went on inside the Dominion while the Thalmor consolidated its power in Somerset and Valenwood. In 4th Era 98, the two moons Master Secunda vanished. Within most of the Empire this was viewed with trepidation and fear, and elsewhere it was far worse. Culturally, the moons are much more influential to the Khajiit. After 2 years of the Void Nights, the moons returned. The Thalmor announced that they had restored the moons using previously unknown dawn magics, but it is unclear if they truly restored the moons or just took advantage of foreknowledge that they would return. Regardless of the truth of the matter, the Khajiit credited the Thalmor as their saviors. Within 15 years, imperial influence and elsewhere had so diminished that the Empire was unable to respond effectively to the coup of 4th Era 115, which dissolved the elsewhere confederacy and recreated the ancient kingdoms of Anakina and Palatine as client states of the Aldmeri Dominion. Once more, the Empire failed to stop the advance of Thalmor power. When Titus Mede II ascended to the throne in 4th Era 168, he inherited a weakened empire. The glory days of the Septims were a distant memory. Valenwood and elsewhere were gone, ceded to the Thalmor enemy. Black Marsh had been all lost to imperial rule since the aftermath of the Oblivion crisis. Morrowind had never recovered fully from the eruption of Mount Vardenfell. Hammerfell was plagued by infighting between crowns and forebears. Only High Rock, Cyrodiil, and Skyrim remained prosperous and peaceful. Emperor Titus Mede had only a few short years to consolidate his rule before his leadership was put to the ultimate test. The war begins. On the 30th of Frostfall, 4th Era 171, the Aldmeri Dominion sent an ambassador to the Imperial City with a gift in a covered card and an ultimatum for the new emperor. The long list of demands included staggering tributes, disbandment of the Blades, outlawing the worship of Talos, and ceding a large section of Hammerfell to the Dominion. Despite the warnings of his generals of the Empire's military weakness, Emperor Titus Mede II rejected the ultimatum. The Thalmor ambassador appended the cart, spilling over 100 heads on the floor, every blade's agent in Somerset and Valenwood. And so began the Great War, which would consume the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion for the next 5 years. Within days, Aldmeri armies invaded Hammerfell and Cyrodiil simultaneously. A strong force commanded by the Thalmor general Lord Narifin attacked Cyrodiil from the south, marching out of hidden camps in north and elsewhere, and flanking the Imperial defenses along the Valenwood border. Leeuwin soon fell to the invaders, while Bravil was cut off and besieged. At the same time, an Aldmeri army under Lady Aranelia crossed into western Cyrodiil from Valenwood, bypassing Anvil and Kvaj and crossing into Hammerfell. Smaller Aldmeri forces landed along the southern coastline of Hammerfell. The disunited Red Guard forces offered only scattered resistance to the invaders, and much of the southern coastline was quickly overrun. The greatly outnumbered Imperial legions retreated across the Alukur Desert in the now famous March of Thirst. 4th Era 172-173. The Aldmeri advanced to Cyrodiil. It appears now that the initial Aldmeri objective was in fact the conquest of Hammerfell, and that the invasion of Cyrodiil was intended only to pin down the Imperial legions while Hammerfell was overrun. However, the surprising initial success of Lord Narefin's attack led the Thalmor to believe that the Empire was weaker than they had thought. The capture of the Imperial city itself and the complete overthrow of the Empire thus became their primary objective over the next 2 years. As we know, the Thalmor nearly achieved their objective. It was only because of our Emperor's determined leadership during the Empire's darkest hour that this disaster was averted. During 4th Year 172, the Aldmeri advanced deeper into Cyrodiil. Bravil and Anvil both fell to the invaders. By the end of the year, Lord Narifin had advanced to the very walls of the Imperial city. There were fierce naval clashes in Lake Rumare and along the Niben as the Imperial forces attempted to hold the eastern bank. In Hammerfell, the Thalmor were content to consolidate their gains as they took control of the whole southern coastline, which was in fact their stated objective in the ultimatum delivered to the Emperor. Of the southern cities, only Hegathe still held out. The survivors of the March of Thirst regrouped in northern Hammerfell, joined by reinforcements from High Rock. The years 4th Year 173 saw stiffering Imperial resistance in Cyrodiil, but the seemingly inexorable Aldmeri advance continued. Fresh legions from Skyrim bolstered the Emperor's main army in the Imperial city, while the Aldmeri forced the crossing of the Niben and began advancing in force up the eastern bank. By the end of the year, the Imperial city was surrounded on three sides. Only the northern supply route to Bruma remained open. In Hammerfell, Imperial fortunes took a turn for the better. In early 4th Year 173, a forebear army from Sentinel broke the siege of Hegathe, a crown city, leading to the reconciliation of the two factions. Despite this, Lady Aranelia's main army succeeded in crossing the Alukur Desert. The Imperial legions under General Decianus met them outside Skaven in a bloody and indecisive clash. Decianus withdrew and left Aranelia in possession of Skaven, but the Aldmeri were too weakened to continue their advance. 4th Era 174, the sack of the Imperial city. In 4th Era 174, the Thalmor leadership committed all available forces to the campaign in Cyrodiil, gambling on a decisive victory to end the war once and for all. During the spring, Aldmeri reinforcements gathered in southern Cyrodiil, and on 12th of 2nd Sea, they launched a massive assault on the Imperial city itself. One army drove north to completely surround the city, while Lord Narifin's main force attacked the walls from the south, east and west. The Emperor's decision to fight his way out of the city rather than make a last stand was a bold one. No general dared advise him to abandon the capital, but Titus II was proven right in the end. While the 8th Legion fought a desperate and doomed rearguard action on the walls of the city, Titus II broke out of the city to the north with his main army, smashing through surrounding the Aldmeri forces and linking up with reinforcements marching south from Skyrim under General Jonna. Meanwhile, however, the capital fell to the invaders and the infamous sack of the Imperial city began. The Imperial palace was burned, the White Gold Tower itself looted, and all manner of atrocities carried out by the vengeful elves on the innocent populace. In the Hammerfell, General Decianus was preparing to drive the Aldmeri back from Skaven when he was ordered to march for Cyrodiil. Unwilling to abandon Hammerfell completely, he allowed a great number of invalids to be discharged from the legions before they marched east. These veterans formed the core of the army that eventually drove Lady Aranelia's forces back across the Alcor late in 174, taking heavy losses on their retreat from harassing attacks by the Alcor warriors. 4th year 175. The Battle of the Red Ring. During the winter of 4th year 174-175, the Thalmor seemed to have believed that the war in Cyrodiil was all but over. They made several attempts to negotiate with Titus II. The Emperor encouraged them in their belief that he was preparing to surrender. Meanwhile, he gathered his forces to retake the Imperial City. In what is now known as the Battle of the Red Ring, a battle that will serve as a model for Imperial strategies for generations to come, Titus II divided his forces into three. One army with the legions from Hammerfell under General Decianus was hidden in the Colovian highlands near Corel. The Aldmeri were unaware that he was no longer in Hammerfell, possibly because the Imperial veterans Decianus had left behind led Lady Aranelia to believe that she still faced an Imperial army. The second army, largely of Nord legions under General Jonah, took up position near Shadenhall. The main army was commanded by the Emperor himself and would undertake the main assault of the Imperial City from the north. On the 30th of Rain's Hand, the bloody battle of the Red Ring began as General Decianus swept down on the city from the west, while General Jonah's legionnaires drove south along the Red Ring road. In a two-day assault, Jonah's army crossed the Niben and advanced west, attempting to link up with Decianus' legions and thus surround the Imperial City. Lord Narafin was taken by surprise by Decianus' assault, but Jonah's troops faced bitter resistance as the Aldmeri counterattacked from Bravil and Skingrad. The heroic Nord legionnaires held firm, however, beating off the piecemeal Aldmeri attacks. By the 5th day of the battle, the Aldmeri army in the Imperial City was surrounded. Titus II led the assault from the north, personally capturing Lord Narafin. It is rumored the Emperor wielded the famed sword Goldbrand, although this was never been officially confirmed by the Imperial government. An attempt by the Aldmeri to break out of the city to the south was blocked by the unbreakable shield wall of General Jonah's battered legion. In the end, the main Aldmeri army in Cyrodiil was completely destroyed. The Emperor's decision to withdraw from the Imperial City in 4th year 174 was bloodily vindicated. Lord Narafin was kept alive for 33 days, hanging from the White Gold Tower. It is not recorded where his body was buried, if it was buried at all. One source claims he was carried off by a winged Daedra on the 34th day. The White Gold concorded at the end of the war. Although victorious, the Imperial armies were in no shape to continue the war. The entire remaining Imperial force was gathered in Cyrodiil, exhausted and decimated by the Battle of the Red Ring. Not a single legion had more than half its soldiers fit for duty. 2 legions had been effectively annihilated, not counting the loss of the 8th during the retreat from the Imperial City the previous year. Titus II knew that there would be no better time to negotiate peace, and late in 4th era 175 the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion signed the White Gold Concordate, ending the Great War. The terms were harsh, but Titus II believed that it was necessary to secure peace and give the Empire a chance to regain its strength. The two most controversial terms of the Concordate were the banning of the worship of Talos and the cession of a large section of southern Hammerfell, most of what was already occupied by Aldmeri forces. Critics have pointed out that the Concordate is almost identical to the ultimatum the Emperor rejected 5 years earlier. However, there is a great difference between agreeing to such terms under the mere threat of war and agreeing to them at the end of a long and destructive war. No part of the Empire would have accepted these terms in 4th year 171, dictated by the Thalmor at source points. Titus II would have faced civil war. By 4th era 75, most of the Empire welcomed peace at almost any price. Epilogue: Hammerfell fights on a load. Hammerfell, however, refused to accept the White Gold Concordat, being unwilling to concede defeat and the loss of so much of their territory. Titus II was forced to officially renounce Hammerfell as an imperial province in order to preserve the hard-won peace treaty. The Red Guards understandably looked on this as a betrayal. In this, the Thalmor certainly achieved one of their long-term goals by sowing last bitterness between Hammerfell and the Empire. In the end, the heroic Red Guards fought the Aldmeri Dominion to a standstill, although the war lasted for 5 more years and left southern Hammerfell devastated. The Red Guards say that this proves that the White Gold Concordat was unnecessary, and that if Titus II had kept his nerve, the Aldmeri could have been truly defeated by the combined forces of Hammerfell and the rest of the Empire. The truth of that assertion can, of course, never be known, but the Red Guards should not forget the great sacrifice of imperial blood, red in northern Cyrodiilic, at the Battle of the Red Ring that weakened the Dominion enough to allow the eventual Second Treaty of Stralsund Kai in 4180 and the withdrawal of Aldmeri forces from Hammerfell. There can be no doubt that the current peace cannot last forever. The Thalmor take the long view as it is proved by the sequence of events leading up to the Great War. All those who value freedom over tyranny can only hope that before it is too late, Hammerfell and the Empire will be reconciled and stand united against the Thalmor threat. Otherwise, any hope to stem the tide of Thalmor rule over all of Tamriel is dimmed. Yo bro, welcome back to my stream. That was a freaking long book, but it was critical to read it. After all, it sheds light on the events that happened after the Elder Scrolls 4 and before this game. Frankly, now I have more respect for the Emperor. It's a shame that we'll need to kill him for the Dark Brotherhood questline. And when we kill the Emperor, I don't know, because this civil war in Skyrim destroys the main purpose and possibility to counterattack the Aldmeri forces. If we kill the Emperor, I think that there will be 2 possibilities. First, there will be a counterattack, or the situation will worsen. For now, it looks like whatever we do, the Aldmeri Dominion wins. Should we side with Stormcloaks or the Empire? If we complete the Dark Brotherhood questline, the Empire still loses. That book also said that the civil war in the Empire was prevented in 4171, which means yes, it was prevented in Cyrodiil. True, but not in Skyrim. Again, these farmers.
There are dragons about, traveler. Be warned.
As if those guys patrolling this
Then
place.
you've seen them too. We lost our home, our livestock. We barely have enough gold to get by.
Here you go, give 5 gold.
Thank you, traveler. Be safe, and don't forget to keep an eye on the sky.
Thank you for your kindness.
This game almost screams for the second playthrough, because the next time when I play this game, well, this will be in distant future though, or probably off the stream, I will keep to the Empire's side, because I'm really curious what's Ulfric planned after the Civil War is ended. He'll weaken the Empire's position, but if he secures whatever he has here, and
This doesn't concern you, citizen.
if he secures here the peace and will be able to gather forces, then he and the Empire might do something with Thalmor.
Walk away. Move along.
What's wrong with worshipping Talos?
It's immoral to worship a man, and it's also illegal. A faithful Imperial citizen would know that. Perhaps there's something you wish to confess?
Yes! I'll stare at you.
I don't like you. I think you're a heretic. And so you will die a heretic's death. Come on! See you burn! You are but little. I am your
The perfect beings are escaping.
this time.
What a good prisoner. What a waste.
This doesn't concern you, citizen. This doesn't concern you, citizen.
What's wrong with worshipping Talos?
It's immoral to worship a man, and it's also illegal. A faithful Imperial citizen would know that. Perhaps there's something you wish to confess?
Remain silent.
I don't like you. I think you're a heretic. And so you will die a heretic's death. Never should have come here.
2%, baby.
Talos guide you.
Hey, we have
We'll
freed
show
you.
those faithless dogs who this land belongs to. I'm getting out of here.
You're freed, man.
Enough! You make a fine rug, cat.
Damn it. You're in my way.
Enough!
Well, that took longer than I expected. What about our target? He's still over there. Damn it. What a slow piece of ass.
Take a look.
Well, the trade went well. relieved him of almost all his money. I think I should cross it. We're nearing the Dragon Bridge settlement.
If you're looking for a room, you want the Four Shields.
Make yourself useful and chop up some firewood. There's a few coins in it for you. Until next time.
Father, don't worry too much. I'll be fine.
I know you will, but all the same, remember everything I said. Stay alert. When you get to the cities, make your observations and move on.
I understand. But you're being paranoid. I'm inspecting security, not charging off into battle. There's not a lot that can go wrong.
Son, when the Emperor's safety is concerned, anything can go wrong. Off with you now, and good travels.
Farewell, Father. I'll return as soon as I'm able.
Well, this is it then. Look after yourself, Gaius. You're doing your duty, and I'm proud of you, but you better come back to me. You hear?
Oh, Fida. I may travel alone, but you know I carry you always in my heart. See you soon.
Something different about you, I can tell. Hope you ain't here to cause trouble.
Trust me, we have nothing to say to one another. Trust me, we have nothing to say to one another.
Well, let's steal the schedule. Wait, what?
I'm fairly certain you wandered into the wrong building, friend.
You are to adhere to the following schedule: Mornda's Solitude, the Emperor's Tower. Mornda's Evening, Solitude Castle Tower, Food and Sleep. Tyrda's Windhelm, the Palace of the Kings. Tyrda's Evening, Windhelm. Barracks, Food and Sleep. Midda's Riften, Mistveil Keep. Tyrda's Whiterun, Dragon Reach. Tyrda's Evening, Whiterun, the Bennard Mayor, Food and Sleep. Fredda's Market, Understone Keep. Fredda's Evening Market, Guard Tower, Food and Sleep. Lorda's and Sundays to be spent at your discretion. Repeat, until I have recalled you personally. Our guards and jarls of the cities have been informed of your arrival, and will leave you to your work. Study the guard patterns, examine any entrances and exits, and make note of any irregularities. Talk to no one. The fewer people who know about your mission, the safer the Emperor will ultimately be. And off he went to Solitude. He didn't go in according to schedule. Let's trade with the Stormcloaks right now.
I long to be out there with my brothers, waging war against the Empire. Here's what I can spare.
I wonder what will happen if the random dragon kills the guy.
I have nothing to say to you. Now move along, or I'll order my guards to attack.
Well, this is a slow escort mission. Attack! They could even lure a dozen of dragons and still fail hard. At least Solitude is near here. So that's where we're going to heal him. Right, let's see. After that we're going to Mzincha left. Then we'll make changes in the Ledger of East Empire Company and speak to Torsten Cruel-Sea about our special mission for the Windhelm and secure the last position for the merchant at the Ragged Flag in the Thieves Guild. Hopefully stopping our long-lasting Thieves Guild quest. The grindy ones. Gem, man. Oh well, half of the way is already passed, so the best thing is you're going to arrive at Solitude during the night, which means we can ideally kill him at any street or at any location, to be true, to be frank, because this guy will be in the city. What? This is our quest. We need to be a shadow for him and kill him when he is at Solitude. Too bad that there is no Gwent in this game, or any minigame that allows to pass time. I don't want to lose him. As fuck. Right, we'll do some burgling. Any minigame will do. Well, I figured that the best game would be to steal some stuff from here, from this farm. It would add so much vibe, indeed. But just a minute, I'm back in the Assassin's Creed 3. There was one game. I couldn't figure how it's played, but it didn't add any vibe because I didn't understand the rules. The rules are too vaguely descripted. They cared little for it, and this game, it had no meaning for the main story or the secondary story at all. The same goes for the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It has too a minigame, yet it has no influence on the game at all. Damn it, even Pazaki in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic had added some vibe. Yes, it was more or less simple. It had no music, but at least it's added some additional quests and ambience. Yeah, As far as I can recall, it added at least 3 quests. Where the hell is he going? I thought he was going for the ramp up to the main door of the city, but he's going to the secondary entrance, which is a bit farther away. Damn it! What the? Kozak was good. At least people also are like spending their time on it, so one could understand them better. In Assassin's Creed 3, this secondary activity game, it was like, if you want to pass some time, you can play the game, but it doesn't. But it only influences your amount of cash, and normally you'll lose. So, in fact, it was stupid. And also, while you play Pazak, there's a save feature, and you may cheat with it. In Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, you can't. The autosave feature for all your activities just stops you from any cheating by save loading the game. So that's probably why the game hasn't got any quests regarding this minigame at all. This would be unwise. Come on, there's the entrance. Where the hell are you going, man? I hope you're not going to die there.
Keep back, citizen. I have important business I must attend to.
Oh well.
All right then.
Let's see now. I'm damn right. There's no entrance there. Where the hell is he going? He didn't go into castle. Well, no. There's no secret entrance I'm aware of. So if there is, hopefully he'll take it. He stopped. I just want to know what the hell is going on. Alright. This time I hope he'll be in the city. Turdus. It's midnight, come on. We can't get all day. I mean night. I forgot to pour some water alongside with me. But I think I can pull on my laptop and see how do I get the real estate property at Windhelm. This is stupid. Really stupid. After completing rescue from Fort Neograd for the Stormcloaks or the Civil War questline for the Empire, the house in Windhelm here can be purchased from the Jarl's Steward for 12,000 pieces of gold. Shit. Oh well. Now I know. Now I know that it's not that easy. But at least we'll be able to lay our hands on it, because we're going to join the Stormcloaks during this playthrough. After all, we're going to kill the Emperor, what the hell? Although these champs from the High Council, I think that they want to seize power, seize control, and destroy the Aldmeri Dominion. That's only a suggestion. Come on. Turn right and right already. Come on. At this crossroad, turn right, please. Turn the fuck right. No! Oh my god! He isn't going to Solitude. I've got an idea. Let's try and trade with Stormcloaks once again. Probably this shitfuck will be able to, I don't know, probably have some new ideas and go back to Solitude. Frankly, we have GPS GPS mark
I
on
long
the guy.
to be out there with my brothers. In war against
What do you need?
Yes, her money is restored. When I get back to him, I'd like him to go to Solitude. Turn his ass around and go to Solitude. He's going our way, isn't he? What a miserable toad. Let's go to Mzin Shalef then. It will be a while. It will be a while to wait for him to reach any city. He has a schedule, he just throws it away, I don't know. Probably he spits on that and went on to perform some other duties. Maybe he's a traitor. We're going back to the Dragon Bridge. Well, if it's Turdus... Damn it, that's the wrong document. Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. He won't get to Whiterun during Turdus, but by Freydis he might get to Marker. By my calculations, we have the entire day for this game. Until he reaches Marker. Thanks to the GPS marker in his ass, might as well do something useful in this game. Здравствуй, Вова. Добро пожаловать на мой стрим. Мы собираемся грохнуть одного чувака для гильдии, ну не для гильдии, а для Темного Братства. Есть только одна проблемка. Желательно его убить в городе, большом городе. Этот хрен отсюда пришел сюда. Я надеялся, что он туда войдет, и мы закончим с этим квестом. Он туда дошел, он пошел чуть дальше, он пошел аж до сюда, вернулся. Я надеялся, что он повернет свой зад направо, войдет в город. Нет, он этого не сделал. На перекрестке, последнем перекрестке между городом и большой дорогой, он повернул не в ту сторону. В общем, я надеюсь теперь, что он идет сюда. И пока он идет сюда, я вот здесь выполню еще один квест. Потому что он меня достал. Мы за ним следили, по-моему, минут 20. Просто я за ним шел. Так что теперь мы просто приторговываем. Дела шикарно. Я теперь разъяснил немного диспозицию по поводу того, что здесь происходит в игре. Стоп, я даже не то выгрузил. Мне нужно было выгрузить сюда ресурсы. Таня не пришла, она пошла на вечеринку. Вот, с ночевкой. Ну, ладно, пускай. Человек давно не выбирался, я даже поддерживаю. Так, теперь нам нужно взять по одному, ну, по предметам, которые стоят около 1000 или, ну, приближают стоимость к 1000, чтобы 2 раза, причем так сделать, чтобы продать это все 2 торговцам. Так, одна вещь есть. Так, из 2 щитов можно тоже 1000 сделать. Ладно, этот пойдет. Поехали. Чтобы сильно не задерживаться. Так, он в какую-то сторону все-таки идет. Я очень надеюсь, что он идет в эту сторону. Таким образом, к моменту, как я закончу с текущим квестом, на который я сейчас иду, он должен добраться до города Я тоже туда доберусь, потому что у него есть здесь график его перемещений. Вот тут есть график его перемещений. И типа, вот здесь есть день, называется Тордес. Это, наверное, четверг. Он должен был бы быть в городе Уайтран, но он туда физически не успеет добраться за текущие сутки. Но вот к следующим суткам он имеет вероятность добраться до Маркерта. Это тот город, который показал в углу. Так что у меня большие надежды, что он туда доберется. Но пока он будет туда добираться, мы выполним квест. Мне кажется, это правильно. И, по крайней мере, это предположение. Может, оно ошибочное, но я надеюсь, что оно сработает. Как хорошо, что в подобной игре этому чуваку на задницу прилепили GPS-маркер. По крайней мере, мне не придется возле него патрулировать местность. Я только надеюсь, что его не убьет какой-нибудь бандит или дракон. Потому что здесь основное условие убить, ну, его можно, конечно, убить за пределами города. Вот, но ну, вот, максимально крутое условие, если удастся замочить его в городе. Потому что основная цель — это не просто замочить его, это еще повесить на него записку, что он предатель. Потому что его задача — это пропатрулировать все города в Империи на предмет, например, безопасности Императора, который собирается приехать в Скайрим. То есть основная линейка квестов Темного Братства идет к тому, что мы грохнем Императора. Это эпично. Определенно это должно быть весело, но этот чувак не делает всю процедуру веселой. Куда он прет? Если он идет в этот город, он идет не туда. Так, мы не продали эту хрень, которую взяли для этого торговца.
Take a look.
Да, у нас теперь больше 3 миллионов золотых монет. Вот отсюда же даже недалеко.
Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors.
Так, здесь еще, да, здесь выводятся бандиты, помимо прочего. Так как здесь враги возрождаются, это тоже решил возродиться. Он по эту сторону реки, а не по эту. Значит, что он прется в Уайтран. Боже. Мы успеем здесь кучу квестов сделать, пока он туда дойдет. Обожаю стелс в этой игре. Не мешать перелутать. Насколько он далеко? Он на этом уровне шикарно. К счастью, не придется пиликать через все эти руины. Потому что эти руины просто гигантские. По-моему, 3 или 4 уровня. Может, я ошибаюсь, конечно. Может, всего 2 уровня, как в большинстве. Так, ну то, что здесь есть что лутать, значит, что здесь отреспаунилось все. И враги, и лут. Да, сгори уже. Гори, чувак. Сделай как в сталкере. Что у нас тут? Вот мы можем поспать в этой игре. И пофигу, что поблизости есть враги. Обычно эта игра не дает так делать. Так, где этот фиг? Как он делся? Ага, вот он. Так, я предполагаю, что он все-таки идет сюда. Молодец. Мне теперь любопытно, сколько квестов мы теперь успеем сделать.
Someone there?
Да блин. Кроваво. Так, стопы. Ага. А что будет, если мы с ним поговорим?
By the gods, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm. Safe travels.
Fascinating race, the Dwemer, powerful and extinct.
Yes, quite. But if that power could be harnessed, controlled, the possibilities would be... But who exactly are you? And why are you in here? I think it best you leave Mazin Shaleft. These ruins can be quite... dangerous.
Тут обчистил этот сундук до меня. Так, где наша цель? Он пошел. Не говорите, что он сдох. Нет, вот он. Он идет сюда. Мать его, он идет сюда. Хотя до конца суток он может там оказаться. Я только не понял, какого фига он поперся в Солитюд. Походил возле города, а не в нем. Такое ощущение, что нам не удастся его сегодня убить. Он слишком долго идет. Так. Чтобы сделать такого. Какой же он долгий. Я не понимаю еще, куда он прет. Мы можем пока выполнить еще какой-нибудь квест. Там бандиты вообще-то в том месте, где он сейчас находится. Только надеюсь, они его не убьют. Потому что если это произойдет, то будет тупо. Знаете, что мне придется реально его сопровождать. Ну, закрыли ворота из-за угла. Нас теряют. Ну что ж, это было туповато. Так куда он идет? Он пересек реку здесь. Вообще непонятно, куда он прет. Сказать, для того, чтобы было проще понимать, куда он направляется, мне порекомендовали стырить его график посещения различных мест. Я его стырил, и что? Вообще нуль информации. Что с ним, что без него. Мертвый мамонт. Собачки. Какие матерые волки. Здесь казалось, что череп тролля. Так, где наш чувачок? Серьезно, он поет здесь? То есть он идет вот так вот? Потому что здесь он не сможет спуститься. Он идет вот так вот, пойдет сюда. Если он пересечет, он может пойти сюда. Но ближе будет сюда. Вообще непонятно. Игра решила вылететь. Превосходно. Так, нас не сильно далеко назад отбросило. Буквально по ту сторону холма. Нет. Нас отбросило отсюда вот сюда. Проклятие. Что ж, надо нагнать. Надеюсь, получится быстрее в этот раз. Я надеюсь, она вылетела не из этого чувака. Так, в результате загрузки он не телепортировался никуда? Нет, не телепортировался, хорошо. А с другой стороны, может, было бы лучше, если бы он телепортировался. Нас откинуло к моменту до того, как мы пробрались в этот форт, убили нескольких его обитателей. Мы, кстати, еще сегодня прочли книгу, называется The Great War. То есть та самая война, которая произошла после событий из The Elder Scrolls 4. Согласно этой книге, здесь произошло много чего интересненького. То, что произошло с Империей, позволило мне понять парочку моментов, и если я в следующий раз буду проходить игру, может быть, я даже не стану делать квест Темного Братства, потому что он требует убить Императора. Может, это неплохой чувак. Мы его просто возьмем и копнем, только потому что за это заплатим. Точнее как, даже аванс дали.
Something I can get for you? Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Anything you need, just follow.
Ну что ж, немножко даже разгрузились на 10 единиц инвентаря. Не густо. Так, куда он забрел там уже? Да. Вот всего лишь пересек реку. Мы даже поторговать успели. Будет смешно, если мы еще какой-то гнусный квест успеем сделать, который не такой уж и маленький. этот хрен уже. Вообще непонятно, в какую сторону прет. Может, конечно, сохраниться, поспать персонажем и загрузиться. Ну, посмотреть, где он на карте, этот чел, и загрузиться.
I can't thank you enough for what you did. The East Empire Company is in your debt.
Вкусно.
Glad Orthus was able to find someone competent to help out. You handled yourself pretty well back at Japhet's Folly. We'll remember that. Until next time.
Japhet's Folly? Это вообще где?
May the gods watch over every the finest weapons and armor. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Oh, did you need something?
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell
I'd travel
soldiers
more,
so they'll
but
risk their lives.
Take a look.
Ну что ж, мы продали практически все, теперь все продали, что нам не нужно. Этот топор надо подвергнуть улучшению.
Windhelm justice tastes.
Hey, watch it!
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
not as dumb as you look. Spells and incantations. For those with the talent to cast them. Strength and steel are well and good, but magic is the true power. And let them die with you.
You should go outside and sit down.
It's so good to see you again.
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
It seems our target goes to Marker.
Hollyfrost farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
Devin Mallory said you had a job for me.
My daughter Fiotli. She was murdered a few months ago. Left her laying on the ground in a pool of her own blood. They assumed they were after her valuables. She always wore far too much jewelry in public. And I told her it'd be the death of her. I never thought.
I assure you, it wasn't anyone from the guild.
No need to explain. I'm well aware of your guild's methods. It took me weeks, but I finally tracked down to kill her. A bloody Altmer at that. Can you imagine?
What happened to him?
Let's just say I'm a firm believer in an eye for an eye and leave it at that. He fancied himself a thief in some sort of new guild forming around here. Gave me some valuable information before... well, you know.
What exactly do you need me to do then?
Well, like I told Delvin, I think we can help each other. You recover what I'm looking for, and take out a rival guild in the process.
It's something they took from Fiolti, I assume.
Exactly. One of the pieces stolen from her was a silver locket. A Cruel Sea family heirloom. I want it back.
Deal. Where do I begin?
The only name I have is Naran. There's a house right here in Windhelm. That's where you should begin looking. Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer.
Oh, he's in Rorikstead. I must kill Gaius Maro, an agent of the Emperor's security service. Once he's dead, I must plant a letter on his body that will incriminate him in a plot to kill the Emperor. If I wish to earn a bonus, I must not kill him in Dragon Bridge or on the road, but in one of the cities he visits. Rorikstead isn't a city. That's too bad. I hope he'll advance from there somewhere.
The best way for us to win the Node's respect is through...
Yes, can I help you with something?
And hear about Fjolte.
Fjotle. Fjotle. Where have I heard that name? Oh, of course, the poor girl who was murdered. Such a beautiful young thing. A tragedy, to be certain.
Drop the act. I know you're involved in her death.
How dare you? You're accusing me of taking part in such a heinous act? I should have you arrested for even suggesting such a thing.
You might be a decent thief, but you're an awful actor.
Now, just a moment. Let's think about this, you know, discuss it like two rational people.
I'm listening.
Look, I had no choice. They're crazy. I could be killed.
Who's crazy?
It's a guild of Altmer thieves. They call themselves the Somerset Shadows. Their leader, Linway, he's the worst of the lot. He steals valuables from the dead.
Me too, you know. You mean he murders his marks?
No. Linway prefers stealing from the deceased. Digs up the corpses, breaks into the Hall of the Dead. He even stole that locket right off that poor murdered girl's body. Or what was left of it.
And you get involved?
I used to fence for the Thieves Guild in Skyrim a long time ago. When Linway moved into the area, he contacted me and said if I didn't fence for them, he'd kill me.
Tell me what Linway is hiding.
If I tell you, you need to promise not to kill me. I'd prove to be quite an asset to the Thieves Guild. I'm one of the best fencers in Skyrim.
I'm not going to kill you, that's not our way.
Linway is holed up in a place called Uttering Hills Cave. He's got his entire guild there, so be careful. After you're done with all this, come back anytime. I'll make good on my end of the bargain.
What happened to Fjotle?
I don't know. Rumor has it she was murdered, butchered by a madman. I really try and stay out of such things. Torsten might think Linway or myself are responsible for Fjotle's death, but I can assure you nothing could be further from the truth. I'm sorry I misled you. Return when this is over and we'll talk about my involvement.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be sailor.
Right. Where's Gaius Maro? He's on his way somewhere. Oh, that's the place. Oh, it's close at least. I went the wrong way, damn it. Finally.
Maik has heard the people of Skyrim are better looking than the ones in Cyrodiil. He has no opinion on the matter. All people are beautiful to him. Why do soldiers bother with target practice? One learns best by hitting real people. Something strange happens to Khajiit when they arrive in Skyrim. Maik is tired now. Go bother somebody else.
Oh, he's moving somewhere. Somerset Shadow.
Must be my imagination.
Wait, what? Only one item was on him. Well, and it was weaponry.
Now you're on.
Well, they're too easy, if you ask me. I think that clearing this place before we entered right now just made all the things easy for us. Detected by who? Come on, 2%, baby.
No!
50%, baby. Got the silver locket.
What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna...
Where's our target anyways? He's going somewhere. Looks like he's going to market, but I'm not sure. Wait, it's as if he's going the other way now. At least we've completed these secondary quests for the Thieves Guild.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
I'm the freaking headmaster of the Thieves Guild. I don't have time for this.
No, guess not. Well, get out of here before I change my mind.
Fine then.
Naik is done.
Yeah, do I look like somebody who has money? And I'm in the dragon plate and dragon teeth armor. Nice. What a dumb wretch.
lost farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
I have shot this locket.
It pains me to see this locket. To be reminded of Fjoltli once more, but I'm glad it's back where it belongs. Tell Delvin that if he still desires to have my support for the Thebes Guild in Windhelm, he's got it. Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer. The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. True, I regret not.
Speaks of Brynjolf about becoming the guildmaster. What? Under new management. What the hell is this supposed to be? Brynjolf, the guildmaster? No, I'm the guildmaster. They chose me for that.
Give us a straight answer.
Hey, watch it!
I'm a bit in a hurry.
Hey. You're the one who killed Elaine Dufont up in Ralbethar. Oh yeah, word about that got around. Man with a piece of abandoned trash is what I hear.
Let them die with...
Watch what you're doing.
Got something for just about everybody in here. My master can be a bit tempered, but I've learned so much from him. I'll never have mastered Norellian skill with potions. Take a look.
Wait, Linwood's armor. Boots, gloves. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all sorts of interesting things for you to buy, and I assure you they're of the finest quality.
How's business?
I've been setting up some open trading with Tunilia back at the guild in Riften, and it's proven to be quite profitable. There's been no word from the remnants of the Somerset Shadows, so I'm assuming you either eliminated all of them, or they've fled Skyrim. Everything seems to be working out nicely, wouldn't you agree? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
5,000 pieces of gold. That's even more than Tunilia has.
sell merchandise.
Now here's a man I'm glad. See for yourself. Good day to you.
You need anything? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Stop by Sadri's used wares in the Great Court.
Right, where is our target? Wait, he's going to Falkreath? Nothing about Falkreath. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. Hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I wish you all good nights, sweet dreams, and stay tuned for the next episode of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So, the stream is now concluded. Bye! Всем спасибо, что сегодня были со мной. Надеюсь, что вам понравилось. И до следующих встреч в The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Желаю всем спокойной ночи. До следующего раза.